Hi, I wanted to put together a video just talking briefly about how to get your first Zap started and how to get your leads coming into the HighLevel system. So as you can see here, I'm in the Zapier system, and the number one thing we need to do before we can actually use the Zap is get an invite or a connection to the Zap. And right now what we're doing is if you look in the help article that comes with this, I'm going to give you a link to this link right here. And what this link will do is it'll allow you to actually accept an invitation to our Zap. And be sure when you open the link to click this orange button that says accept invite and build Zap. So once you've done that, you should be able to go back into Zapier just like you normally would and actually go in and make a Zap. So what we'll do, just to do a quick example here, is let's imagine we've got a Facebook ads campaign. What we can do is we can click Facebook lead ads. We can come in, we can connect our Facebook account, and then we can grab our form just like we normally would and go ahead and link this up here. And then go ahead and hit continue. And then, of course, you can pull in samples if you'd like. Got our sample right here. Okay, so now at this point, we've got our Facebook lead ad all coming in as a trigger. And now we're going to add HighLevel as a step. So we hit add action, action search. Up here, we're going to type in HighLevel. And so you notice that I can't see HighLevel here. So what that tells us is that we actually need to come in and actually accept that invite from that link that I showed you a little earlier. So let's take a quick look at that. And I'm going to go ahead and open that. And looks like I didn't follow my own advice here. I need to accept this step here. And once you do, you should then be able to go back into your Zap. And again, up here, you should be able to search HighLevel. And sure enough, here it is. Make sure you choose the latest version. Right now it's 1.0.4. And once you do this, you've got a couple of options. What we're going to do today is we're going to add a lead to a campaign. And the way that works is you're going to search add lead or select add lead to campaign, save and continue. And then the very first field is going to be the campaign ID. So now where do we get our campaign ID? So inside HighLevel, under marketing campaigns, we're going to do two things. One, let's say we're going to use this call campaign. So first, the campaign ID is right here. So we're going to double click this and copy it. We're also going to make sure that the status is published, because if the status is draft, we're not going to be able to put anything into the campaign. So now that we've got our campaign ID, we can go back into Zapier. We can actually paste this in here and make sure there's no spaces inside that campaign ID, either at the front or the back. And now we can map in our form fields. So in my case, I don't have a first name or a last name. I've got a full name. And so I map it in as full name. I have a phone number. I have an email address. And now we have source and lead source. So lead source just gives you an easy drop down to pick an existing lead source. In our case, we're going to do Facebook. But let's say it wasn't Facebook or it's none of the ones that we have in the drop down. You can use the source field here to go ahead and actually hard code in some other source. So, it could be like Flyer, or it could be AdWords, or it could be whatever it is that you want. But that just puts the source field on the lead when they come in. And of course, you can do things like map in notes. So in my case, for example, let's say I wanted to map in the website URL. I could map that in as a note. And then finally, if you are adding to a campaign that is let's say like an appointment reminder campaign, you can also map in an event time. Although in almost all cases, event time won't be required and isn't something that you're going to want to bring in. So anyhow, at this point, I've already mapped in all my fields. I have HighLevel all ready to go. And now I can just come in here, hit send test to HighLevel. And at this point, you can see, oh, sure enough, it was successful. We can go back in here, and our call campaign had 28 people on it. If we leave the screen and come back, we can now see our call campaign has 29. And if we click in on the 29, we can see that the test lead is the 29th. So at this point, we've got everything we need. The Zap is working. We can hit finish, name our Zap, our amazing Zap. and of course, make sure you turn on the Zap. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So at that point, you'd be ready to go. It'll say your Zap is on, and that's how you connect HighLevel through Zapier. So I hope this has been helpful. Thanks.